hopefully. I just tried this one time. We're on take 2. Okay, so we're doing Uttara Phalguni Nakshatra. This is going to be the latter red one. So it's going to be the up and coming red one is what this nakshatra means. If we go back into what we know already from the past, we had the red one was known as Rohini. So this is the up and coming desirable one, the up and coming thing that is of desire, right? So it's like we had the former, which was Pruva Phalguni. That was the last 13 degrees. So we're looking at 2640 of Leo to 10 degrees of Virgo is the portion of sky that we're going to be reading for today. And we are looking at, that's what we're looking at. Just so we're aware. So this is going to represent the up and coming or the next red one meaning desirable one or desired one, because that's what Rohini was about, was being the red one. Okay, move this over here. So I have a spread ready, prepared to do for this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the toras of this nakshatra. And the toras are, instead of using houses or instead of using a full 12 degrees, we're going to be looking at 13 degree segments instead of 12. Okay. I do have notes wrote down. I've got about 6 notebooks. So we're looking at 2640 of Leo to 10 degrees of Virgo. The deity that rules here is the god of friendship. So this is not looking at the zodiac signs so much, depending on what system of astrology you use, but we're looking at a deeper portion of space. So there's the 12 beasts, which is the normal astrological wheel as we know it. And then a layer outside of that, there's going to be the 28 lunar mansions or the 28 gods. I think of it as like a circle of people like holding each other's hands almost, right? A circle of gods holding each other's hands, containing the beasts, and they transfer their power into the beasts. So this is where we get a lot of the meaning and the way that each zodiac sign will act, but there's more mythology behind it, and it's just different stars. Okay, so do I need this notebook out? I believe I do. All right. This is going to be a sun-ruled nakshatra. So the first pada of this nakshatra is going to be double sun. So you can expect for that person to, if they have a planet there, to be extremely sunny in nature, meaning very, they could have a strong ego possibly, but it could be more than that. They could just be the type of people that like to lead, the type of people that are good at leading. And then once we get to the second half of this lunar mansion, we're going to get more into like the aspect of being able to speak very well, being able to make friends with people very well. But this first little section of this nakshatra is where it's going to be at its height. Okay. Interesting. So the symbol here is the bed. Which is a symbol of relaxation. Hello. A symbol of relaxation is what this means. The symbol means. It's less relaxed than its cousin, Pruva Phalguni, which was the nakshatra previous to this. These natives tend to be more humble than the previous nakshatra that's contained entirely in Leo. They're really good at communicating, and they usually have a lot of friends. Um, Good speakers, and they're very good at leading a group of friends. You can't hear me? Why not? Turn your phone up. I don't know. You're from India? Hello. You should be able to hear me just fine. It's a brand new phone. So, um, something they inherit from the ruling deity is the capacity for a vast group of followers or friends, and they're able to depend on them to hold space for them. So they have this ability to kind of like hold space for others. Um, and often these natives, they will work in medical or healing professions. They also make great authors, poets, or speakers. And they have a way of making allies with people, or they have a way of like making another person want to become an ally of them, because they have a sense of like I scratch your back, you scratch my back is what Ahriman means, right? It just means to be helpful, but there's also a like an undertone of sexuality here as well. Um, they're usually very sexual people. Uttara phalguni, almost like where there's like this like buildup. Or look at me. Oh, thank you. Oh, is it really? It's good. Okay, thanks. Anyways, so we're looking at the latter red one. Let's get into the reading. I have this star here set up. We're going to be looking at the toras. Okay, so this is going to be the way in which every single planet, or the following nakshatras, the 9, how they will be beneficial to you. So there's 9 sections of 9 nakshatras, right? So we're looking here. We're in the rat category. So we're at sun. So the birth star is the sun. So that's going to be the most like you. The second card we're going to be pulling is going to be wealth and prosperity, and that's going to be symbolizing the nakshatras that are ruled by the moon, and that's going to be your wealth and your prosperity, so it's beneficial. The third card we're going to be pulling is going to be correlated to Mars, which is the third nakshatra, which would be Chitra. Third from Uttara Phalguni is Mars. And that's going to represent loss or accidents. The fourth nakshatra from here will be prosperity, and it's ruled by Rahu. The fifth nakshatra from Uttara Phalguni is Jupiter ruled, and that equals obstacles. The sixth nakshatra from Uttara Phalguni is ruled by Saturn, and that's going to deal with things you realize and the things you're ambitious towards, so realizations and ambitions. The seventh will be dangers, and it's going to be Mercury. Dangers, things that you have to take a risk on, things you have to be cautious of, like relationships, contracts, things like that. The eighth is going to be good, and it's going to be ruled by Ketu, and the ninth is going to be very favorable, and it is ruled by Venus. So let's get the cards out. I don't have a whole bunch of time to do this, but it's okay. I don't know if I want to use that deck of cards, but it's like out, so I'll use the Crowley deck. I like to use the Crowley deck. It's small. It's small. I like it. I like the smaller decks. Being like so strongly Jupiterian ruled, you'd think I would like bigger decks, but I really don't. I like them to be kind of smaller because I feel like the energy is more. I've been working on like not trying to make things too big, but make things more like potent, right? Just being I'm a Punarvasu moon native, so let's get into the energy. All right. So the first card we're pulling is going to be representing you, and this is how we're going to be doing it. Okay, so we have the birth star. You give me one card. She's married. Calm down. You don't see that ring on her. Oh, no, I'm actually not married. It's an initiation ring. It's an initiation ring. Lion of the tribe. It's to represent sacrifice, being before the sacrificial altar. Before the sacrificial altar. Because they're, it's pretty much to represent the sacrifice that I had to make by even incarnating here at all. I came down to Earth for a very specific reason, and that was a sacrifice because I don't feel as though I needed to be here on Earth, and I don't feel like I will come back to Earth when I am done with fulfilling and completing my mission here on Earth right now. Yes, I'm single. But I'm very focused on fulfilling my own needs. My own, not only my own needs, but my own purpose. Right now, I'm just focused on getting that done. Yes. It also helps me tap into my D9 chart, which is, I like my D9 chart. So let's give me a card for the self, please. We have the world. The world. Okay, so that's Saturn. That's talking about ascending up the tree. It talks about, in this card, it's giving me, it's a completion of a cycle, but at the same time, it's the beginning of a cycle. It's something completely new. You see this woman here has red hair, so I could talk about becoming, being that of an architect, right? It takes refinement to get to that card. It's the 21. Going through portals really is what that means for me. It talks about success, though. Connecting. Diversity. It's similar to the energy of like Yaldabaoth, but I murdered the Yaldabaoth. I cut its head off. Personally myself. I did cut the head of the Yaldabaoth off. So, there could be a, something about Rahu and Ketu, right? Because if you think about the Yaldabaoth is the symbol of, like, I am he as you are me and we are all together. I do not believe that's the truth, that's the case. I believe that everyone is extremely different. But I do feel like that there is, I don't know what I believe. Let's keep going. What's the second card? It's for wealth, and it's the moon. Be prepared for a lot of people to be gathered around you, or that is just something that you're used to. You have the ability to see the good in everyone. You have the ability to hold space for everyone. To be the kind of person that has the ear to listen, or that has, or maybe you're seeking someone that has the space or capacity and the ear to listen. Maybe that's what you need. Let's go. There's definitely a desire for money with the 4 cups coming out in reverse. Wait, so how are we doing this? We have 1, and then 2 is at the top. Okay. Let's see. What is there any loss or obstacles that we need to be aware of? There's definitely the hierophant. Definitely in regards to being really cautious about what what bridges you're crossing right now, being really cautious of that, and how you're planning on getting over those bridges, being really focused on people and what they're teaching you and what they're unlocking within your subconscious mind. Being cautious of that could be important. There could also be something about tradition and not wanting to break tradition. But what are rules made for if not to be broken, right? Let's go to the next card. Hierophant could also talk about like traditional religion. Okay. The fourth card is going to be Rahu ruled. The Five of Wands. So that's going to talk about just loudness. Because you see this lady's playing a drum. And she's in this courtyard. She's playing a drum. So there's that. That's Saturn and Leo, so that could talk about competition, conflicts. Maybe being a disruptor a little bit. Something about disruption. Okay, not a bad thing. Just it is what it is. In order to cause change, or in order to be that of someone that brings change, there has to be some sort of disruption. The fifth card is obstacles. We have the King of Wands. Why is it a woman? Okay. I think that's the 5 cards I'm going to do for that. We're going to use the Aleister Crowley deck for the obstacles. Be cautious of any people like fiery men, or you could be causing obstacles for other people, or there's something about some sort of, maybe you're getting in your own way of something. Getting in your own way. I definitely feel like you're receiving the keys. You're unlocking something in regard to something, whatever you've been desiring, like really wanting. Wealth-wise, I don't know if this is making sense. Venus and Scorpio, yeah, okay. What's the next one we have? I can't see anything down there. We're going over here to 6. Where is... Okay, so we did the upward star, now we're doing the downward star. Okay, so 6 is... what is it that you're realizing? What are the realizations or your ambitions? What is that have to say about? We have the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands is sexy. When she misses her bite, she breaks her jaw. That's the first thing that I can really... Or was that the Queen of Swords? Be cautious about... really fiery women. Okay, that's fiery women. That's red women. That's something you're realizing. Maybe you're realizing the power that you have in red. Maybe you're beginning to realize your capacity to hold the energy of the Scarlet Woman. You're understanding maybe more so how much more powerful you really are when you embrace the Scarlet Woman within yourself. When you are able to see the ability and the capacity that you have to radiate outward. Understanding that you're powerful. You have an ability to speak to people, with people, in a way that almost leaves them in desire. She has this like pine cone shaped thing on the end of her wand here. It's reminding me of the pole star a little bit, so you could be like a pole dancer or something like that. Let's see. I don't know why I got that. Let's go to the next one. 7 dangers. We got the World card again. Wait, so how are we doing this? So here. We're going to go over here. That's dangerous. So I feel like you are definitely a perfect reflection of whatever is crossing you. We do have a lot of matched energy here. The only card where we have the World twice. We have the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands, the Hierophant, which is the 5th card. We have the 5 of Wands, and the 4 of Cups in reverse. There's the 4. Oh, that's the 4. I meant the 4 of Cups in reverse, and here's the 4 of Wands that just popped out. My bad. What number are we at? Oh my god, I'm losing my entire brain right now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. 8 is good, so that's a good card. So a card of completion, a card of things coming to close, a card of just overall. It's a beneficial card. It's not necessarily. How do I explain that? The 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is the juxtaposition. It talks about being able to come and go freely as you please. Normally, I feel like it refers to the house a little bit, or relationships, but just being free to come and go, free to express yourself, free to be who you want to be in relationships. With it being the 8 card, it could also be tied to finances, freedom and finances. Okay. Just freedom. It's freedom. It's an ability to be in a relationship with someone, and to still move and act and do as you wish, in regards to the relationship. Go. What's the next one? The next one is very favorable. You have the Hierophant again. That's the second time we pulled the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is going to talk about the nails that hold the structure together. It's also talking about the Trinity. We have Osiris with Horus in his chest within a star, and Isis walking away, blue and yellow. So there's also maybe a tie to Virgo a little bit, but it's a Taurus ruled card. So there is definitely desire within this card. And it talks about the balancing, the balancing of the Trinity, right? It's almost like, I feel like that's really what I'm going through in my life right now. That card exactly. It's almost like somebody needs to recover something within you, or there's something that you hold for someone that they are going to be recovering from you, that they're seeking to recover from you. Go, last one. Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is pure, divine feminine energy. She's just pure. She's self-reliant. She can stand on her own. She's independent in thought, independent in nature. You can't really. The Queen of Cups is really the one that will hold the space for you, if you think about it, because she has the cup. She has her ability to hold something within that. Well, the Queen of Wands is so outward radiant. Maybe that's the person that needs the space to be held for them, is that Queen of Wands energy. Very interesting. All right, I don't know if that made any sense for you guys. Give me another card for finances. We have the Page of Cups. I fucking love the Page of Cups. That's my favorite cup. 9 of Cups, Ace of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. I don't know if I liked this spread. I suppose I got to. I'm kind of tired now. That's going towards my reality. There's the Magician card that just popped out. Definitely, you know, the more you talk about it, the more it will become so. Right? If you have a desire for something, or you want something to come to pass, or there's something that you feel, but you're never able to communicate about it, you can't talk to people about it, you're secretive about it, or you don't want people to know about it, it's something you keep on a hush-hush, it's never going to come to pass. As opposed to like, okay, so say you have a crush on someone, you like someone, and you don't ever talk about this person, but you just keep it all bottled in within to yourself. The reality of that coming to pass is so slim to none, right? Unless you are an empress, right? An empress doesn't really need to focus on that so much because she's so magnetic and she'll just draw in, right? It's like everybody wants the empress, right? The empress is, it's the fucking empress, right? But if there's someone that you have a desire for or something you have a desire for and you don't have the capacity, the ability to share your true feelings about going to be able to become manifested reality, as opposed to if you're open and you share your thoughts and your feelings and your desires with people, the reality of that coming into fruition is much higher, it's much greater, right? If there's something you need to clear with someone, if there's something that you need to deal with someone, if there's someone that you hold in a high regard, and you're able to communicate with people about it and to share your ideas, your philosophies, or your just the way you feel about it, it'll come to be, right? As opposed to just keeping it all inside, I don't feel like that will always manifest the way you want it to. There's some sort of outward action you have to make it into reality. So, I think that's what I have for you guys. This is my reading for today. I missed yesterday, sorry. I was going through some stuff. I am going to be going on strip chat, so I will be over there, and I will be doing that for today. So that will be fun, and I hope you all are doing well and getting along well. Try not to be too argumentative or fighting with people. There's definitely going to be some sort of desire. People are going to have some sort of desire for you. But I feel like you're anticipating that. You're ready. You're ready for things to be busy. You're ready to do a lot of business really quickly. Your sex drive is very high. It's almost like you have the ability to just like have sex over and over and over and over again. And yeah, I'm feeling like a bunny, like a rabbit. I have a bunny jacket right behind me. Right here, see, it's got bunny fur on it. So there's that. It's like I don't get tired. That's what I'm hearing, like Kevin Gates in my mind. I don't get tired, so you're not going to get tired. You're just going to be like, it's just, yeah, very high sex drive. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that you all are enjoying these readings. Don't forget to check out the rest of my channel. And I will be Drop Dead Daisy. You can find me on my other platform if you would like to. Obviously, 18 only. Goodbye. 18 and up. You don't have to be 18 only.